Welcome to Wheels and Wires, your channel for electric mobility, and today we'll be taking the i3 on a range challenge. We'll be going from Chula Vista in San Diego up to the Long Beach Convention Center for the Electrified Expo. This isn't going to be any regular range challenge. We're not challenging how far this can go, we're challenging how cheap we can get there. So the reason why we're not going to set this up as a regular range challenge is because we already know two things for certain. One, we know that my 115 mile range EV is not going to make it 121 miles each way without stopping to recharge. We also know that there's plenty of charging facilities in Southern California, so I can, with charging, make it there back and forth easily. What we're really looking for this time is how much it will cost me to do this. What we're actually doing here is kind of looking at different ways of route planning. We can go with basic all the way up to advanced. What we're going to do today is advanced route planning, and we're going to break it down and show how that works throughout all of this. All right, here's the setup. It's 129 miles each way times two directions, which gives us 258 miles round trip. Divided by 28 miles per gallon, which is what my wife's car gets average, puts us a little over 9 gallons of gas. At $6.50 for the mid-grade gasoline, that gives us a grand total for the trip of $59.89. But California gas is really expensive, so let's go with the national average of 5.196 for mid-grade nationally, which gives us $47.88 total. We want to give as much of a benefit to a gas car as possible because we are still going to try to have our trip come in under $10. A few moments later. So far, we've traveled 73 miles and we are in San Clemente. It didn't cost us anything to get here because I actually charged for free before leaving the house at a Volta charger in Chula Vista. Currently, we are at a pay charger here at San Clemente. I'm only going to be putting a couple miles here because we're going to actually travel to a free Volta charger. If you're enjoying this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you want to see future videos from me, hit the subscribe button. And of course, as always, I look forward to your comments. Listen to the end to hear my shout out to my new subscribers. So let's take a look at our trip. We're driving from Chula Vista up to the Long Beach Convention Center. The heavy red line indicates the maximum range of the vehicle. Now, the most basic form of trip planning is no planning at all, where we treat an electric car like a gas car and drive until we need fuel and then look for a place to fuel up. This is the absolute worst way to charge your electric vehicle for a lot of reasons. First, EV chargers are harder to find than gas stations, and you don't want to be driving around trying to find the charger on a near empty tank. Second, the charger may not be available either because someone else is using it or is broken. Or even worse, you might find that the charger has been iced, meaning an internal combustion engine vehicle is parked there and blocked your way. Also, the chargers may be in an area you don't want to be in for one reason or another, and it's really good to know ahead of time that that's the case. Any of these things happening will create a great deal of frustration, and if you are not in range of the next charging station, can cause a great deal of anxiety. A better way is to plan your route in advance. Most vehicles have some form of route planner either inside the vehicle or on their associated app. You can also use Google Maps or specialized applications like PlugShare or a Better Route Planner. These applications include reviews of the sites, status of the site, and photos of location that might help you find the charger inside, for example, a crowded parking lot. I'm usually able to set up my route inside 5 to 10 minutes. The best form of route planning may take a little bit longer, but allows you to optimize for either money or time. On this trip, we optimized for money. You saw from the earlier clip that we went from Chula Vista to San Clemente for absolutely free. Then at San Clemente, I charged for a total of $2.20, then used this charge to drive the 36 miles up to Huntington Beach, where I then charged again for free. From there, the rest of the route was going to be 13 miles each way to Long Beach and back to the same charger for a total of 26 miles. Then, after fully charging at Huntington Beach for free, I head south down to Carlsbad, where I stopped to charge one last time. I spent $2.58 charging there. This is a good opportunity to point out one of the other benefits of planning your route ahead of time. I had set up to charge at the EVgo chargers at the Carlsbad Outlet Mall. However, one of them was broken, and the other one was occupied by a Tesla. But I had specifically chosen this location because there are multiple charging options, so I simply moved over to the Electrify America chargers at the other end of the mall. While at these chargers, I charged with enough energy to get me home, which cost me $2.58. I arrived home with exactly 8 miles of usable range, which I recharged the next morning for free. This brings the total cost of our trip to $4.78, which is less than half of my proposed budget. And as the infomercials used to say, but wait, there's more. We didn't drive straight home from Long Beach. We drove 15 miles north to a market just south of LA, and then drove to downtown LA 10 additional miles to a Nicaraguan restaurant, and then drove 34 miles from there to Huntington Beach. If you subtract the 13 miles that we didn't spend driving from Long Beach to Huntington Beach, it leaves you with a total of 59 miles. So let's take a look at our updated numbers. We have our original 258 miles plus the 59 additional miles we drove, bringing us up to a total of 317 miles. We once again divide by 28 miles per gallon, giving us a total of 11.32 gallons for our trip. We multiply times 5.196 per gallon, giving us a total of 58.82 nationally. And if we multiply times 6.50 for the price of gas in California, it comes out to 73.58. Now let's take that 73.58 and subtract the 4.78 I spent on electricity, giving us a total of 68.80 total savings, which, as you can tell, is a massive savings. Alright, thanks for watching this far. I'd like to give a shout out now to my new subscribers, Cage, Geo Marshall, and the great family I met outside the Huntington Beach Amazon Fresh. Don't remember your name, and unfortunately it doesn't show up on YouTube, but I know y'all are number 59. Thank you much. If you would like a shout out, all you have to do is subscribe and either make sure you're visible in YouTube or that you put your name down in the comments below, and I'll make sure to give you a shout out in my next video.